Look at this guy. He cannot sit still. This is recovery week. I'm telling.
What are you going to tell?
I'm telling on you.
What are you going to tell?
Look at this.
They don't know what's going on.
It's recovery week. I told them.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I'm Kris Gethin. I'm going to be training to prepare for an Ironman. I'm giving myself 6 months, and we're going to do it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is day 107. Wow, these days are plowing through now, 107. So it's the Tuesday after the Ironman. We had the Half Ironman on Sunday. Yesterday was a recovery day. Wasn't active recovery, it was more so passive recovery, doing a little bit of therapy with the foam roller, a little bit of massage, ice baths. And, I just worked more than anything. I just wanted to catch up on a little bit of work, so just stayed in the coffee shops and buried my head into the computer. But it's back to reality today, back into the gym. Now, I'm not going to be pushing it that hard after this weekend. Like, I'm a little sore, but I'm not so bad. I feel that I've recovered well. I made sure that I had plenty of glutamine, plenty of protein sources yesterday through food and through supplementation. And more so than anything, hydration. I really made sure that I was getting a lot of fluid down me. I'm not going to go in here and hit personal bests this week, and I'm not going to go single body parts as such. I'm going to be hitting legs though, and abs, but more so in a circuit style. So that circuit style workout is just going to get blood into the area, flush out any lactic acid, improve the elasticity, break up some of the scar tissue that's there. One of the biggest faults that I see with athletes is that straight after like a bodybuilding show or an athletic event like this, is that they get straight back into it. They're motivated, they want to improve for the next session, for the next show, but you have to force yourself into some active recovery, not just physically, but psychologically as well. So you can come back stronger and more motivated, because if you don't, you can find yourself overtraining. Like, I've been reading a lot about triathlons and Ironman events, and people will do 2 Ironman events back to back within the same month, and they can't understand why their second Ironman event was shit and really fell short. And that's because they weren't recovered physically and they weren't recovered mentally. I've just been mixing together some supplements here. Now, this is pretty much what I've been doing for several years with Caged Muscle. So I'm taking several supplements here, new ingredients, new raw materials that we are hoping will bring these lactate threshold tests down in me particular by about 18%, because that is what has been shown in other studies and research. So with this combination that we've got going on here, I was going to put these ones in particular in capsules to show you, but then I thought I can't be bothered. I'm just going to put it all into a solution here. I'm just going to add a little bit of water and knock that back. And that's pretty much what I'm doing on a daily basis now. And so far so good. It's going in the right direction. And this is what we do with Caged Muscle. I always say we test and never guess. So what we like to do, check the studies, the tests, and get the patented ingredients, formulate them, put them together. I then test them, then they'll go over to the control group to make sure that they have similar effects dependent on if they're male, female, different demographics, different age groups, and then we put it into production. We're at the early stages of these ingredients now. Good morning, it is day 108. Yesterday we did a lower body circuit. Today we're going to do an upper body circuit. Again, we're not pushing it to absolute failure. It's just going to be nice and easy today. Tomorrow we'll do an all over body circuit. Just getting the blood flowing, improve the elasticity, getting rid of the lactic acid and a lot of the scar tissue that we built up over the weekend. I know it's sometimes hard. You really want to push back into it straight after something like that because you want to elevate your game, but you have to optimize your recovery if you want to optimize your performance. So that's exactly what we're doing today. And again, mentally and physically, you do have to take that break. And that's what we're doing, just to allow recovery so we can get back into it, start building up again next week and building upon this platform and this foundation that we're kind of creating this week. We're going to wipe that slate clean in order for us to build upon it. Not so exciting for the camera, I know, but we'll be going upstairs again just to do a little like 20, 30 minutes cardio, very light impact. You know, stay away from any running if you're going to do anything like that. Walking's okay. Just a form of cardio where you're getting your upper body and lower body moving a little bit, again, just to flush the system.
What are you getting ready for?
I'm ready for a walk. Ready for war. I'm gonna go for a stroll, 3-mile stroll with 100 pounds on me. And I'm just gonna put these 10-pound weights on my ankles just to help work my flexors a little bit because they were hurting so much at the Half Ironman. And I'm not really supposed to be doing that much cardio or anything intensive. It's supposed to be very low impact, if any. So I figured this is low impact. I'm not running, I'm just strolling.
With an extra 100 pounds on you?
An extra 120 pounds on me. So when I was on the phone earlier, I was speaking to Antonio from Tri-Town because, not that I need a coach, because I've got Alex and Mike for a coach. So I've got my program filled out in regards to the 3 disciplines. However, I feel like I need to train with somebody now that's a lot better than me. Shouldn't be hard to find. And you know, a good coach who can give me feedback in regards to visually seeing my technique in regards to the swim, bike, run, and somebody that's going to actually go out with me. And let's say we do a 100-mile bike ride on a weekend, and then they say, well, let's go for an 8-mile run now, where I would normally go, shit, I'll just do 3. So hopefully having someone like that with me, well, I know having someone like that with me will push me a little bit more. All right, so here I am with my 100-pound weights vest and my ankle weights. Don't try this at home, it's very hard to balance as you're walking. I wish you could see me, but it's hard to say the least. So I'm gonna have to put you down now because I've got to head on out the door. I'm going for a 3-mile walk. It's day 109. I've just arrived at the gym. I forgot to even switch you on. I'm definitely feeling the effects of that Half Ironman, even though it's like 4 days later. It's Thursday now. I'm feeling it, man. You know, I'm not like physically sore or anything like that. It's not as if my legs are beat up and my muscle groups are sore. It's just mentally, I feel pretty tired. Even, you know, maybe it's because I've been working hard as well. I've been getting off the computer about 7:30, 8 o'clock at night. I thought with a good night's sleep, I'd be okay. But man, I'm just feeling tired. Just feeling tired all the time. Feel drained. And I guess what? You know, I know this is good for me physically to help me recover faster. But man, like mentally, I don't want to be near the fucking gym. I don't want to be near it. Because I want to break away just so I can come back fully responsive, fully motivated. But in saying that, I know what I'm like. If I don't get my fix in the gym, I'm not a good person to be around. That's why I ended up doing cardio last night, a little bit on the bike, when I probably shouldn't. I should allow myself to recover more, but I prefer to deal with the signs of possible overtraining, a little bit of burnout, instead of having the void of having nothing there and having that play with my mind and staying up late at night because my brain can't sleep because I didn't put in a bit of activity. That is my double A batteries. My exercise is my therapy. My workouts are my lifeline. Without them, man, I disconnect. And I don't want to disconnect my brainstem just yet, you know. So I keep coming in and getting plugged in, and that's what I got to do. Everyone's different, but this works for me.
didn't go to the gym this morning. I went to the gym, but to do some filming for Cage Muscle, but it's a non-training day in regards to weights for this week, as it is a recovery week. But we have cardio now, so we've got an hour and a half bike ride. I've decided to dust off the mountain bike and go hit the trails just for a change of scenery, because I will be biking tomorrow and I will be biking on Sunday as well. So just so, you know, just change things up a little bit. But just gotta, you know, change of pace, change of scenery, and just take it easy out there. About halfway through the mountain bike ride here, which is beautiful. Doing it in the middle of the day though sucks a little because it's so freaking hot. And Sunshine's never mountain biked before. I assumed everybody had mountain biked. Even my dad's got mountain bikes, you know. I do have a mountain bike. Go take it out for a spin. "12 minutes per mile pace." Whew. I don't want to push it too hard. It's supposed to be like an easy-ish run today. But of course, I choose trails through experimentation. When I experiment, chances are, when I'm running in a place called the Boise Foothills, it's very hilly. So that's what I'm dealing with now, and just making sure that I'm slowing my pace down on the hills, not pushing it too much. Okay, still day 111. Feels like I should be going by a calendar, not a watch. These hills, as you can see, are pretty freaking steep in areas. And now this old man has no choice but to walk and speak in intervals like this, because I'm knackered. Okay, I'm halfway through my bike session now. It is very, very important to take it easy in these sessions. I can definitely feel that now. The brain is very much willing, and you think the body is very much willing, but there's definitely still some fatigue in there from last weekend. I haven't felt it until now. Funnily enough, 6 days later, I feel, you know, very much recovered in the muscle groups to target in the gym. However, my flexors are a bit tight. My legs do feel a little fatigued, you know, performing specifically these two disciplines of the bike and the run. But I got to make sure that I don't allow my ego get in the way. So I do recommend at times like this, keep your ego at bay, baby. It's day 112. And it's about 6 a.m. and something like that anyway, and I'm on my way to the north end to meet with this cyclist called Ethan Knapp. He's a very, very good triathlete, and he's qualified for I think it's the Junior World Championships. And I thought, you know what, I'm doing all this training solo now. You know, Sunshine is pretty much knocked her training on the head. You know, I think, you know, the Half Ironman was enough for her. You know, and I think she's made the right decision on not even, you know, trying to go for the full. The half was tough, and the full would require just too much from her at this moment. And so I thought, well, I need to actually go and ride with somebody, maybe. You know, I'm very good at riding and training solo, that's not a problem. But I'd like to have somebody out there that's much better than me, and that can maybe push me a little bit. So I put out a post, and thankfully, you know, I had some response, and Ethan was one of them. So I'm going to meet with Ethan now and then hit a loop. It's only a 4-hour ride. Only, God, I've changed, haven't I, over the past 4 months? Only a 4-hour ride, I'd never say that. Right, we're 50 miles in now. We've probably got about 50, 60, 70, 20, 30 miles left.
About 30.
About 30, so yeah, we will be hitting 80 miles today. That's cool. It's feel good on the bike today. Feel, you know, I'm not pushing myself where I feel fatigued, but I feel like I'm going much faster than I usually do, but I feel good. So all good for yourself, buddy? All good. And what's nice is that we're doing a route that never done before, so it's always pleasing to the eye, you know?
A lot of green fields out there.
Yeah, and sprinklers.